I keep dropping books. Hi friends, it's Alexa from Alexa Loves Books, and I am so excited that we are now heading into summer. Summer has always been my favorite season, and not just because I was born in the middle of summer, but I just love the warm weather. I love the feeling that everyone's kind of relaxed, and I like getting my iced coffee and iced drinks in the morning. I really enjoy summer and being in the sun and going to the beach and all fun things like that. Today I thought it would be fun to share some of the books that I would recommend that you read in the summer. Summer puts me in a specific sort of reading mood, and you'll understand what I mean when you see all of my picks for you guys. I would like to say that this is not in any particular order, but I am sharing 10 different books / authors who I think you should read during the summertime. First is someone that I feel like a lot of people would recommend you read during the summertime. Her books just evoke that nice, relaxed summertime vibe that you're going for, and that's Sarah Dessen. Along for the Ride is the Sarah Dessen book that I would recommend. It is about a girl named Auden who has basically spent her life trying to make sure that both of her parents never have to say anything to her, so she's a little bit of a perfectionist and a little bit of a hard worker. But one summer finds her staying with her father, his new wife, and their baby, and it kind of reeks this whole summer of change for her. She also meets some new friends, and she meets a boy named Eli, and together they kind of embark on this summer where Auden gets to experience all the things that she's never really experienced as a teen. And I just really adored this story. I thought the romance was really cute, but I also really liked all the other relationships in this book. And I feel like this one is a nice one to just take with you to the beach and read while you're there. So definitely check out Along for the Ride, but also check out all of Sarah Dessen's other books because I've read all of them and I absolutely love them, and I cannot wait for her to release another book. Next is a book that will also not surprise most people, and I'm sure you guys may have seen it on many people's recommendation lists, and it is My Life Next Door by Huntley Fitzpatrick. And I can actually say that I would probably recommend her other book, What I Thought Was True. Both have a very summery vibe to them, and I really, really like that. And this one in particular is my favorite because it is about a girl named Samantha, and she's grown up with a mom who's a politician, and she's pretty straight-laced. She does everything that she's told and all of that. And she finds herself fascinated by her next-door neighbors, the Garretts. They're such a huge family, and they're so completely different from what she experiences in her own family. And she befriends a boy named Jace, one of the elder sons, and they fall in love. There is a lot that goes on in this book, but what makes it really special is that romance and also the Garretts, because the Garretts are amazing. The third book that I would recommend to y'all is Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins, and of course, Lola and the Boy Next Door and Isla and the Happily Ever After. I really enjoyed Anna and the French Kiss. What I loved about Anna and the French Kiss is that it takes you to Paris, because Anna travels to Paris and she goes to this school for like Americans in Paris. And it's just like, it's almost like being at boarding school. It is boarding school. It's like boarding school in Paris. I can't believe it's in Paris, and I thought that was so cool. I would have loved to do that in high school. Anyway, she meets a boy named Etienne and a bunch of other people, and you know, it's magical because it's about friendship, and it's also about growing up, and it's also about romance. And I just really enjoyed the series as a whole. I think it's super cute, and I actually quite like how Anna and the French Kiss plays out. I have very fond memories of this one because I read it during a summer, I think, with two of my best friends, and we just took turns reading it out loud, and it was great. If you're looking for a book that will transport you somewhere new and that has a cute romance in it, and well, cute but complicated romance, I will say that, this is a book that I would definitely recommend that you check out. The next book is The Summer of Chasing Mermaids by Sarah Auckler, and this is a YA contemporary novel that is inspired by The Little Mermaid, and that sounds absolutely amazing, does it not? It's about a girl named Elise, and after an accident she loses her voice, so for the summer she decides to live with a family friend in a particular place. And during that summer, she doesn't really expect to do anything except like wallow in like how she's feeling and everything. But she crosses paths with a boy named Christian, and let's just say that a very cute relationship ensues, and I thought it was so adorable. This book was so unexpected for me because it really grabbed my heart, these characters, and just watching everything unfold was beautiful. It's got a great summery setting too, which if you couldn't tell based on like the book cover. And it's just a really fun summer read. If you are looking for something a little bit different, this one is definitely something I would would recommend. Now, if you're the type who likes to travel during summer, I would recommend you check out Just One Day by Gail Forman. And I know everybody has probably heard of this book or read this book already, but seriously, this is one of my favorite books with travel in it. I mean, the travel is only for a certain portion of the book, but it's just really good. This is about a girl named Allison, and she's on a school trip in London, and then she, on a whim, decides to take a train with a stranger named Willem to Paris, and they have one beautiful, magical day together. And after that, Allison goes back home and she goes back to school, but that one day changed her entire perspective on everything, and I really, really like how Gail Forman portrays that. I like how she portrays that a change in your life can come from something so insignificant or so small as just one day, and it's beautiful. This is one of those books that inspired me to travel, it inspired me to think, it made me feel really connected because I was so much like Allison, the main character. And I just really love this duology. I love this book, I love its sequel, I love its companion, Just One Year, and I love the little novella, Just One Night. It's so good. You guys really just need to check this out. Open Road Summer by Emery Lord, and this is the story of two best friends, Reagan and her friend Dee. Dee is actually also known as Lila Montgomery, and she's a famous pop star. And Reagan basically spends the summer going on tour with Dee, and along the way she kind of is dealing with feelings and her own little what things that happened to her prior to the trip. And she also gets to meet this cute boy named Matt Finch, and it's basically so adorable. It's a story of friendship, it's a story of growing up and realizing things about yourself and making decisions for yourself, and it's also just a really cute romance. I really, really adore this book. I've read it a couple of times and I still think it's adorable, and if you're in the mood for a very cute contemporary romance, then you will enjoy this one. This next book is the last of my young adult recommendations, and that is Wish You Were Italian by Kristen Ray. And if you want to feel like you're traveling to Italy, this is a great book for that. I read it and I instantly wanted to go to Italy. I was lucky enough to go to Italy last month and it was amazing. It's basically about a girl named Pippa. She goes to Italy and she's supposed to be there on this mandated art school trip, but she decides to sneak off on her own and experience her Italian adventure, Italian summer, the way she wants to, and it is so much fun to watch her shenanigans. I just really enjoyed reading about Pippa's summer. I think it was so fun. I think she went through so many things, and it was just such a fun experience. I felt like I was living vicariously through her with her new friendships, her romance, the things she had to learn, the things she got to do, and it was so fun. If you want another read that will transport you somewhere, even if you're just sitting on your couch, then definitely check out Wish You Were Italian by Kristen Ray. Okay, the next three books that I'm going to be sharing are all adult recommendations, and I'm going to start with Girl Before a Mirror by Liza Palmer, and this is the second book that I've read from her. What I loved about this one is that the main character is experiencing this time where she is forced to really reevaluate herself and what she wants out of life. And sometimes books like that can be good because they're like brain food. You chew on them, you think about them, the themes challenge you when it comes to your own life. Okay, so specifically this is about a woman named Anna. She works for an advertising agency and she's trying to win over a new client. And in order to do so, she actually has to tap into an unexpected arena, and that is the adult romance audience. And she goes to a romantic convention and she experiences things that she never experienced before. It's just so good. Liza Palmer's writing is amazing. I really love how she combines all these themes and she still makes it funny and relatable, and it's just so good. So good summer reading, guys. The next author that I want to recommend is Taylor Jenkins Reid, and I love all of her books, but my favorite is After I Do. I actually read this one on the 4th of July a couple of years ago and bawled my eyes out, but it was worth it. What I love about Taylor Jenkins Reid is that she always writes books that are really light, but the themes they tackle are also quite substantial. They feel like they're very serious things, but she approaches them in such a way that you feel challenged to think about all the different perspectives that situation could involve. And I really just love her writing, I love her characterization, I love her ability to really challenge me, make me think, open my eyes to things, and I just love it. I love it so much. I recommend all her books, and I definitely recommend this one. And the very last book I recommend is for those people who want to read a good old-fashioned contemporary romance. And for that, I would recommend Sugar Daddy by Lisa Kleypas, which is the start of the Travis series. Honestly, I would recommend the entire series. I wanted to say Blue Eye Devil, but I figure you should start here so that you know the main players in the story. This is about a woman named Liberty, and she is basically trying to do right by her sister and herself. She works for a hair salon, and she just so happens to cross paths with one of the richest men in Texas. And through that man, she meets his son, Gage, and maybe a romance ensues. I'm kidding, of course a romance ensues. And what I love about this is that it is not your typical like adult romance novel. It's almost like women's fiction really, because you get to see Liberty go from being young and untried and not knowing what she wants out of life to being older, more mature, and you know, willing to do what it takes to achieve what she needs to achieve. And I love that. And I just love the whole Travis family as well. They're such a fun family to read about. So there you have it, guys. Those are some of my summer reading recommendations, and I definitely think you should check them out as well. So in this video, I decided that I wanted to do a giveaway, because what better time for you guys to get new books to read than the summertime, because summertime reading is what I'm all about. So I am giving away this lovely pile of books right here. I'm gonna just flash that stack right there. Okay, ow. Alright, let me show you the books real quick. We have Wolf by Ryan Groden, The Incredible Adventures of Cinnamon Girl by Melissa Keel, Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli, The Way Back to You by Michelle Andriani and Mindy Scott, Audrey Waite by Robin Benway, Defender by Graham McNamee, Save Me Kurt Cobain by Jenny Manser, This Monstrous Thing by Mackenzie Lee, Tonight the Streets Are Ours by Layla Sales, More Happy Than Not by Adam Silvera, Queen of Hearts by Colleen Oakes, and The Last Time We Were Us by Leah Conan. I'm so excited to be able to give you guys a chance to win all of these finished copies for your own library. All you have to do is enter via the form that will be indicated down below. Anyway, that is it for this video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any other books you'd like to read during the summer, or reading recommendations from me, I would love to hear them. If you've read any of the books I recommended, I would also love to hear what you thought of them. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and let me know. I may do more like them. And if you like this video, I'd also love it if you subscribe to my channel and follow me on all my other social media, which are listed down below. Okay, I will see you guys soon. Bye! Happy start of summer!